Okay.
Hi, I'm Dancing David from Want Romance, LearnToDance.com, and here today with me is the lovely Meg, and this is a Hustle Dance lesson review. One of the main focuses we talked about today was turning, and so when we turn, we want to keep our stomach engaged and our glutes engaged so that our shoulders and our hips turn together, and we want to keep our legs close together. So a good way to practice that is to do basically a crossbody lead with an inside turn, because it's a nice and tight, small, simple turn for the follower. And the way she's going to help facilitate this is to look over her left shoulder. So we'll do that one when you turn in front of me, okay? And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a pretty tight left turn there for her. And as you can see, she kept her frame on this side so that she went back to closed position when we were done with the turn. The follower can know this is coming because when I do the rock step to begin, I start with some rotation. So you should feel that the turn is coming in the next step because this is a prepare. Yeah? Okay, and that's a nice prepare. It's nice and small underneath you, keeping your frame and holding on. And then we go around. Boom, ba, ba. Okay? Good. The next thing that we talked about was the free spin turn. And I'll just demonstrate it slowly. Unless I did this in the other video, but either way, I'll demonstrate it again. So with the prepare, the same prepare, the opening of the hips with the small step underneath, you can just practice half turns, keeping the frame in front of you, doing the genie pose if you want, and looking, if you're doing it by yourself, at the wall, but if you're dancing with a partner, you want to look at your partner here, and then look around for your partner here, okay? And then on the last piece we talked about, when he touches your back, that's your cue to raise your arm into frame position. So it's not that you're reaching back for his hand to go to closed position, because that would change the physics of your body. You just want to take your normal frame, and then when you roll into that, it takes you to closed position. Okay? So the way that we did that was kind of like an in-the-door step, and I'm going to open her up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're in that prepared position for the turn. Okay, so she's going to put her feet together. I'm going to do that same rock step with a rotation to open her. Right? She's going to keep this hand connected and down to her center. Right? And as my job here is to bring her over her left foot and then get her to spin. I don't want her spinning before she gets over that foot. So she's over that foot, and I'm just going to turn my hips to get her to spin. She goes around half, 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 half. I catch her, come out on the other side. Okay? Now I've been hit in the head a lot of times by flying elbows there, and I was really taking care of her there, so I had my head forward. But if I put my head back up in where it's supposed to be, in frame, it's less likely to happen. And you did a good job of looking for me also, which I don't think we mentioned before, but as my hand goes here and the arm comes up, she looks for me. She looks as much as she can so she can see where I am and not hit me. So let's try that again. 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. That was really well done. Good job. What else did we talk about? We talked about this connection here with the hands. So what we want to do is just relax the wrist and just use the hand muscles. So none of the muscles in the forearm or the wrist, just the hand muscles. So one way to do this is to take a pencil, or you can use your finger if you happen to have a finger, and just try to bend at that joint, that first knuckle joint. And you can feel how that's bending just the muscles in the hand and not involving the wrist. So the follower's job is to flat hand and then bend around my fingers. Right. Yeah, see, that time you didn't bend your wrist up, so that was good. So she can sit back away from me, sit back away from me, sit back, and feel a really solid connection all the way down and feel okay. Okay? So we're just going to keep that bend the whole time. Whatever pattern we're doing, even on the turns, keep it bent, so we stay connected the whole time. Okay? I'm going to try to keep it down around her waist. You'll see in the video that was a little bit high. Yeah. This feels better to you, right? So sometimes the leader has it too high. Sometimes if your distance is too great, then it's too high. We'll try to keep it down around the waist. So in the New York walk that we also did, down around the waist so I can lead her with my hips. And then still down, still down, still down. It starts to come up here. And then on 7, just before 7, I raise it up to her eye level. She keeps her arm in frame. And she looks over her right foot as she turns on the right foot. Nice. And get the frame. Nice. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. Just keep your arm down, okay? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. One last piece that we did was a hip catch from out the door, so we went 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I caught her hip, and her job is to follow the rotation that I give her, which is a rotational step back, because I'm going to spin her out, so it's not a straight step. So she's following that rotation, so we have this good connection over here. This hand is the same. She's following that. She's taking nice small steps so she can get her weight onto that foot and feel that connection. Good, and her shoulders and her hips are facing me, and they're in line with each other. And so her eyes facing me, which is perfect. And then we spin. Spin, 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 stop. Okay? So that was really good. Just going to do a smaller step on the first step of the turn. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze, squeeze. Okay? You'll see when you watch the video that Meg turned with a lot more pace on the first few turns there. Right? It was because of the size of her legs. So you've all seen skaters slow, fast. Okay? All right. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.